The morning light filtered through the blinds in delicate stripes across my desk. My tea had gone cold beside the keyboard, untouched, forgotten. I'd been whispering the name to myself again. Elysia. I said it slowly, shaping it with my mouth like glass, fragile, deliberate. Elysia, I murmured again, letting the syllables settle. It felt like something sacred, a name that could hold a life, a world. Mine no one knew. Not Jenna. Not even Evan. Though we'd started talking about trying again after the last miscarriage. I hadn't told him because it wasn't his to protect yet. It wasn't ready to be real. I reached for my phone. A red blinked on Instagram. The photo was overlit, filtered in that desperate glow way Jenna always chose. She was in a hospital bed, grinning, cradling a bundled baby with full cheeks and a pink bow headband. The caption read, "Welcome to the world, baby Elysia. You are everything. Hashtag firstborn, hashtag blessed, hashtag girl mom." Something inside me folded in on itself. I didn't move, didn't speak. I just stared, my thumb frozen above the screen. Another notification. Comments pouring in. Oh my God, Jenna, what a gorgeous name. Elysia sounds like a goddess. So you, of course you'd come up with something so unique. She hadn't come up with it. I set the phone down with care, as if too much pressure might shatter it. The door opened behind me. "You're up early," Evan said. He stepped into the room barefoot, rubbing sleep from his eyes. I couldn't sleep. He looked at the tea. "That's new." I said nothing. He came closer, leaned down, kissed the top of my head. I didn't move. "You okay?" he asked, watching me too closely. I forced a nod. "Just thinking." He hovered, unsure, then gave me space. After he left, I turned the screen back on. The comments were still coming. People celebrating Jenna, her brightness, her genius. But the name, it wasn't hers. She couldn't have stumbled onto it. I'd kept it off lists, off paper, off voice memos. I had whispered it to no one but myself. And yet, the notification bell dinged again. This time it was a direct message from Jenna. A photo of Elysia's tiny hand wrapped around her finger, followed by a line of pink hearts and, "I just knew you'd love her name. Isn't it magical?" I stared at the message, then typed, "Congratulations. She's beautiful." Threes. She was typing, right? It just came to me out of nowhere, like a dream I had before her. A name I carried first. My fingers paused over the keyboard, then deleted what I might have said. "I'm glad everything went well." I typed instead. "Don't be mad you didn't think of it first." Came the reply. Then a laughing emoji. Then silence. She was baiting me. That wink, that laugh. It wasn't innocence. It was performance. I set the phone down again. Later that afternoon, I walked through the park, needing air. My headphones in. No music playing. I just wanted the barrier. Two women passed, both holding strollers, talking about baby names. One said, "I swear my sister-in-law stole the name I told her years ago." The other laughed. "They all do that. It's like a rite of betrayal." I didn't laugh. I sat on the bench under the jacaranda tree and opened the notes app. Typed it out. She took the name I never said aloud. Then, but she didn't take the future I meant for it. I saved it. That night, Evan was watching some documentary in bed. I slipped beside him, pulled the blanket up, and said, "If we had a girl, what would you name her?" He glanced at me. "Didn't we say Claire?" "You said Claire. You hate it." "No, I just don't feel anything when I hear it." He muted the TV. What do you want? I hesitated, then shook my head. I don't know anymore. He studied me. Did something happen? No, I lied. Just a mood. He didn't press. He never did when I spoke like that. I rolled to face the window. Outside, a car passed, its headlights brushing the ceiling. Would you ever use a name you knew someone else really wanted? I asked softly. There was a pause. Depends, he said. If I didn't know they wanted it, no harm. But if I did, he shook his head. That would feel wrong, even if they never said it out loud. He turned toward me. If I knew, then yeah. Still wrong. I nodded into the dark. I waited until he fell asleep, his breathing even. Then, I opened Instagram again. Her story was a collage now. Pink balloons, visitors, a close-up of a monogrammed baby blanket. Stone. Stone was her married name, not ours. The detachment was sudden and cold, like a string snapping somewhere behind my ribs. The name didn't even sound right with her life. It belonged somewhere quiet, somewhere precise. It wasn't for bows and hashtags. I closed the app then, opened a blank document at the top. I typed, Chapter 1, the name I never spoke aloud in for the first time in weeks. The words came easily. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The kitchen smelled like cinnamon and familiarity. Mom's way of softening conversations she suspected might go sideways. Can you believe it? She said, placing two mugs down. She finally used something elegant for once. Elysia. Just beautiful. I stirred my tea slowly. She said it came to her in a dream. Mom added, settling into the seat across from me. You don't think it's too much, do you? I told her it sounds like a princess. It sounds like something stolen. I said quietly. Her eyebrows lifted. What? I said it sounds deliberate. She paused. Are you upset about the name? I looked up. She knew I was holding that name. But you never told her. She didn't need to hear it to know. Mom frowned. Sweetheart, I think you're reading into things. Jenna's always had flair. That's not flair. That's precision. She just had a baby. I know. You can't. I'm not blaming her for giving birth. Mom? She sighed, sipping her tea. It's just, you've always been so thoughtful. So level. I hate seeing you like this. You mean unlike Jenna? She blinked. No, that's not what I meant. But it's true. I spent my life being the one who doesn't react. So when I finally do, everyone gets nervous. You two were always different, but not at odds. I smiled. Not openly. Darling, she looks up to you. She copies me. She admires you. She mirrors me, then calls it inspiration. She's your sister. She's my rival, Mom. Always has been. I just didn't see it clearly until now. That's not fair. She wore my prom dress before I could. Told everyone she picked it. I didn't say a word. She was excited. She submitted my college essay draft to that writing contest. Won with it. She said you offered it. No, she said I wasn't using it. Mom's lips tightened. She took my recipe, my line for that grant proposal, my job reference for someone she met once, and now she's taken my daughter's name. She didn't know it was your name. She did. She always knows. Mom looked down at her cup. I let it slide. I continued. Every time. Because it seemed small. Because I didn't want to be petty. Because I thought, maybe I imagined it. She loves you. She loves being me. That's cruel. It's accurate. She sat back. Quiet now. I said, you always said I was the calm one. The easy one. You are. No. I was the one who adjusted so Jenna could shine. That's not. I didn't fight her for attention. So you assumed I didn't need any. That's not true. She'd cry. I'd disappear. She'd boast. I'd deflect. You called it balance. You were both just different. No, Mom, I was trained. Her eyes met mine, something soft breaking there. I let her take it all, I said. Until this. She swallowed. So what now? I don't know yet. She's your sister, and I'm not her stage. You'll come around. I stood. No, Mom. This time, I won't. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The message I sent was exactly 13 words long. Congratulations. She's beautiful. I hope you're resting. Let me know if you need anything. She responded within minutes. Thank you. Can't believe she's finally here. So surreal lol. That was it. No mention of the name. No acknowledgement. Just sweetness, emojis, and fake wonder. I stared at the screen, then typed, pretty name. Unique. Her reply came quickly. Right? Just popped into my head at the last minute. Meant to. Meant to be. I locked my phone and placed it face down. Later, she called. I let it ring, then picked up on the 6th buzz. Hey. Her voice was light, a little breathless. Thought I'd get the live version of your congrats. You already got it, but you didn't say it. I wrote it. Oh, come on, she laughed. You're not seriously mad, are you? I'm not mad, because if you are, that's kind of dramatic. I don't do dramatic. You know that. Then, what's with the cold vibes? It's just a name. You don't believe that. Okay, so it's a pretty name, but I didn't steal it. I didn't even know you liked it. You didn't know I liked it, but you knew I'd picked it. She paused. Did you ever say it? No. Then how would I know? Because you always do. That's paranoid. No, I said calmly. It's pattern recognition. A long silence followed. Wow, she said. Low. Okay. So you're making this into a thing. No. You made it into a thing. I'm just not ignoring it this time. I didn't take it to hurt you. Did you take it to honor me? She hesitated. What kind of question is that? An honest one. Another pause. You're blowing this out of proportion. And you're pretending. This was an accident. I literally just had a baby. Can we not do this right now? I'm not yelling. I'm not accusing. I'm just noticing. Well, maybe stop noticing and start celebrating. I thought you'd be happy for me. I am. About the baby. But not her name. You didn't name her for me. You named her instead of me. That's not fair. No. It's exact. Her tone shifted. Defensive now. You've always been so possessive of your ideas. It's not that deep. You're right. It's not deep. It's sharp. Oh, please. Which is why I'm done handing you blades. You're being ridiculous. No, I said, quietly. I'm being precise. She exhaled. Fine. Be mad. Hold a grudge. Just don't make this about your ego. It's not my ego. Then what is it? It's my boundary. Click. I ended the call. The silence after was clean. No ringing in my ears. Just stillness. I opened my laptop, typed her name, Elijah Stone, then highlighted it. Backspace. Gone. The cursor blinked in the empty space. Waiting. I could wait longer. Jenna had taken the surface, but I still owned the depth. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. I met Kira at the cafe on 8th. The one with the brick walls and bad jazz loop. She already had our table. I pulled the pitch deck, she said, sliding her tablet toward me. You were right, Jenna's submission is all aesthetic, no substance. I scanned it. She's betting on stage presence. Big hair, big voice, tiny message. She's been practicing that formula since high school. Kira leaned in. The summit committee asked if you'd recommend someone. I didn't respond yet. Good. Don't let them wonder. A barista called her name. She grabbed our drinks and sat back down. Are we doing this? She asked. We're beginning. Phase 1 visibility. She grinned. You finally stepping into the light. No, I'm redirecting it. She nodded slowly, eyes sharp. Who? Amina called her. That's brilliant. She deserves it. And she'll take it seriously. Jenna will implode. She'll assume it was her idea. Until it isn't. I took a sip of coffee. Make sure Amina gets the internal prep guide. Quietly. You know the tone. Kira smirked. Whispered excellence. Exactly. She tapped a note into her phone. Should I alert Daniel? Not yet. I'll handle him. Dinner? Tomorrow? Kira raised an eyebrow. You're wearing navy. Navy makes men underestimate me. Remind me never to underestimate navy. She stood. I'll keep it clean. Jenna's not even in the consideration stack. She never was. Daniel Price's townhouse was predictable. Minimalist. Expensive. Sharp. Wine? He asked. Already pouring. I'll drive. He passed me sparkling water, then took his seat across from me at the marble kitchen island. So, he said, they want a woman for the keynote. Guess who's trending? I have a suspicion. Jenna Stone. I smiled. Her name's familiar. You're related. Distantly. He studied me. She's a good talker. She talks a lot. He chuckled. You're not wrong. But media loves her. For now. He tilted his head. And your take? She's a risk. Too polished. Too hollow. Daniel leaned back. And you've got someone else. Amina called her. His expression sharpened. She's low profile. She's qualified. Can she hold the room? She can move the room. With ideas, not drama. She your client. She's my mentee. He smiled. Even better. She won't overshare. She won't self-promote. She'll deliver. Daniel swirled his glass. The committee likes stories. She has one. Quietly powerful. No scandals, no performance. He nodded. You've got a way of making competence sound dangerous. It is. To the right people. He laughed. Send me her reel. Discreetly. Already. Cued. He raised his glass. To quiet weapons. I touched my water to his. And velvet knives. I left before dessert. Jenna texted me before I reached the car. Heard you're at Daniel's. Making a play? I replied. Dinner meeting. Strategic. Good luck. I'm pitching Summit too. Would love to share a stage someday. She wouldn't. But she would watch someone else take the mic and wonder how it slipped from her hand. That was the difference between spotlight and influence. She wanted applause. I wanted control. And I had it now. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Kira met me on the terrace outside our office. Jacket slung over her arm. Wind tugging at her hair. She submitted. She said. I didn't look up. Through the back portal. Of course. Personal email. time stamped to minutes after the keynote slot was announced. She waited exactly long enough to make it look casual. Her pitch video opens with a drone shot of her rooftop, scripted like a Vogue interview. I smiled. She's been waiting her whole life for that, Mick. She assumes you'll endorse her. She assumes wrong. Kira leaned on the railing. Want me to ghost the committee? No. Let's give them something better. She'll implode. She'll perform. Kira smirked. Which is worse? Much. I pulled my phone out, opened Jenna's thread, and typed, "Hey, have you seen the summit call?" The typing dots appeared instantly. Yes. Manifesting the keynote hard. Should I go for it? Why not? You think I have a shot? Sure. You've built visibility. Yes. I feel like this is my year. Let me know if you need anything. Wait. Are you involved? In the loop. Not in charge. Kira read over my shoulder. Brutal. You didn't lie. I never do. Later that night, Jenna called. You didn't say you had connections. I have connections everywhere. But like, Summit? They asked for recommendations, and I gave them one. There was a beat. You didn't think to mention it. You didn't ask. I assumed. I know. She laughed thinly. So who'd you recommend? Amina. Called her. Amina. Wait. Why? She's brilliant. Grounded. Low ego. Jenna scoffed. But she's invisible. Not to the right people. She can't hold a keynote. I mean, come on. Be honest. She doesn't need spectacle. And I do. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. You asked who I recommended. That's your answer. I can't believe this. You said you were manifesting. Manifest harder. Jenna's silence stretched. I always support you, she said finally. When it benefits you. That's not fair. It's accurate. You think I'm a narcissist. I think you're hungry. For what? Recognition. She exhaled. Is that such a crime? No, but it's not my currency. So you'd rather see some quiet, under-the-radar woman take the biggest stage of the year? Yes. Then let your own sister have her shot. You had your shot. You made it about you. She went quiet. I let the silence hold. Then, good luck with your application. I don't need luck. She snapped. No. You need substance. The call ended. I didn't check if she'd replied. Kira texted 5 minutes later. Her story's already spiraling. Publicist. Posted a teaser reel. Caption says keynote vibes. I replied. Let her shine. Just not on that stage. Amina sat across from me, hair pulled back. No makeup. She didn't need polish, she had gravity. I don't want it if it's political, she said. It's not. It feels sudden. You've been doing this work for 15 years. Nothing about your rise is sudden. She watched me carefully. So why now? Because you're ready. And they're finally listening. She hesitated. Did Jenna apply? Yes. Does she know you're recommending me? No. She'll find out. She'll assume it was merit. Amina smiled faintly. That's generous. It's strategic. She folded her hands. Then what's the ask? Just be yourself. Speak clearly. No slogans, no pitch voice. Anything else? Don't thank me. Not publicly. Her smile widened. You're surgical. I'm precise. Same difference. No. Precision cuts clean. I called Jenna that evening. Hey. She answered breathlessly. I was just editing my opening. Thought I'd offer a few tips. Oh my God. Yes. You're a goddess. Okay, go. First, Ditch the punchline intro. But it's memorable. It's predictable. Use something grounded. Real? She groaned. Fine. What else? Drop the stats dump in minute 2. Give one number. Make it personal. I spent hours on those. Then lift one and frame it right. She paused. You think I have a shot, don't you? I think you should be ready. I am ready. Good. Then practice the ending. Keep it under 12. 12 minutes. Seconds. The last sentence. She laughed. You're terrifying. I'm efficient. Well, thank you. You're helping more than anyone else. I know. And if I get this, I'll owe you a serious dinner. You won't. What? You won't owe me anything. Just do your best. That's the plan. Good. I submitted Amina's packet the next morning. Clean layout. Brief bio. A single quote from a woman she mentored. Unpaid. The final line. She doesn't need applause. She needs a platform. I signed it anonymously, per request. Then I forwarded Jenna's edited script to Kira, just in case she needs a stage to rehearse. Sending it to Summit, she replied. Not even close. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The announcement came on a Tuesday. Mid-morning. Quiet. Summit's official page posted a headshot of Amina in grayscale, with gold lettering overlaid. Keynote speaker, Amina Calder. Jenna reposted it with confetti emojis and so thrilled for this choice. Her face in the press photo said something else. Tilted smile, teeth clenched, chin slightly to high. That night, she sent a voice note. I just okay. I need to say this once. I'm not mad that she got it. Fine. Whatever. But I do think it's pretty weird that you didn't tell me you were involved. Again. I mean, you knew I was applying. You knew how much this meant. And you just smiled while I walked straight into that, didn't you? She paused. You coached me. You fixed my pitch. Why would you do that if you weren't rooting for me? Another pause, sharper this time. Unless it was performative. Was it? Was all that just pity? I waited 15 minutes, then called. She picked up immediately. Wow, she said. You're fast when guilt's involved. I'm not calling because I feel guilty. Oh, that's rich. I'm calling because you asked a question. Which one? The part where you let me self-sabotage on a world stage. No. The part where you asked if it was pity. She was quiet. It wasn't, I said. I don't pity you. I don't envy you. I don't want what you want. Then what do you want? Exactly what I already have. Which is influence, control, outcomes. She laughed once, sharp. You're unbelievable. You asked. You could have told me. You wouldn't have listened. I deserved to know. You thought you deserved the stage. I earned it. No, I said. You performed for it. That's different. I built my platform from nothing. You build your following, not your substance. You act like you're above it all. But you're not. You're just quieter about being ruthless. I'm quieter about everything. She scoffed. And somehow that makes you the hero. No, it makes me the architect. There was a pause. You really think she was the better choice? I know she was. You made that call. Yes. She exhaled hard. So what now? You want me to clap and sit down? I want you to stop pretending you were blindsided. I was blindsided. No, I said. You were exposed. She didn't respond. I didn't take anything from you, Jenna. I just didn't gift it. Her voice came smaller. You really don't care. I care more than you think. Just not about being liked. Another silence. Then, softly, I thought we were finally on the same side. We were never on opposite ones. Felt like it. That's because I stopped standing behind you. I let her sit with that, and she ended the call without a word. I listened to the silence in my apartment. It felt earned, clean. Not victory, just absence of noise. And in its place, clarity. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The journalist's voice was warm, deliberate. We can run this anonymously, she said, or credit you directly. Your choice. Anonymous, I replied. Any particular reason? Let the words speak, not the name. She nodded and pressed record. We sat in the corner of a private conference suite, a pot of untouched tea between us. Tell me about the work no one sees, she said. I looked past her, toward the frost-patterned window. It's the scaffolding that holds everything. Examples: drafting speeches with someone else's face in mind, designing messaging that earns men promotions they think they deserved. Why stay invisible? Because influence doesn't need a spotlight. It needs access. Do you ever regret it? No. I regret the silence around it. She leaned forward. Then why speak now? Because silence isn't always noble. Sometimes it's complicit. She tapped her pen. You've mentored public figures. Yes. Written their statements. Yes. Refused credit. Until now. She paused. What changed? I did. Her brow lifted slightly. Was it a betrayal? No. It was clarity. And this clarity, what does it demand? Recognition, not applause. The next question was softer. Is this about your sister? I met her eyes. This is about all of us. She sat back, voice low. It's going to resonate. Then let it. The article dropped 4 days later. Invisible architects. The women behind the words. He wasn't named. But Daniel texted me 10 minutes after publication. You said it better than I ever could. I responded. That's the idea. He replied with a single line. Time to change the byline. Kira called 3 hours later. Have you seen the comments? No. You're everywhere. I'm nowhere. No, really. People are quoting you. Twitter, LinkedIn, Reddit. I think you broke something open. Something needed breaking. Are you okay? I'm steady. She hesitated. Jenna posted a reel. Of course she did. She's crying in it. What's the caption? When they take your story and call it theirs. I smiled. She still thinks the spotlight's the point. She doesn't know you lit the room. Let her cry. I've said my piece. Kira exhaled. I'll filter the press requests. Only the smart ones. And if someone asks to name you, then they've missed the point. I sat alone that evening, reading one comment after another. This feels like someone wrote what I've never said. I didn't know I was allowed to feel this scene. God. The precision in that line. Applause is optional. Clarity isn't. Jenna posted again. This time just a black screen. Text overlay. It's hard when someone you love pretends they didn't watch you drown. But she was never drowning. She was performing. And now, no one was watching. They were listening. To me. The restaurant was dim. All polished brass and soft jazz. Jen arrived 5 minutes late in a cream blazer. Hair curled just enough to suggest effort without trying too hard. You look good, she said, sitting across from me. You too. The waiter brought water. She ordered Sauvignon Blanc before the menu opened. I'm not drinking, I said. She shrugged. Your loss. We browsed the menu in silence until she set hers down. So, she said, this is overdue. Is it? She smiled. Don't do that. Do what? Act like you don't know what I mean. I folded my napkin in half. I'm listening. She hesitated, then leaned forward. Elysia. My eyes didn't move. I've always loved that name, she said. I said nothing. Ever since I read it in that mythology book. Remember that one from your shelf? I nodded once. I used to sneak it when you weren't home. It just stayed with me. I lifted my glass. Interesting. She waited. I didn't know you had it picked out. I didn't respond. You never said anything. No, I agreed. I mean, if you had, maybe I would've. She trailed off. Would've what? I asked. Chosen something else. I raised an eyebrow. Maybe, she added quickly. I don't know. The waiter returned. We ordered? She stirred her wine with a practiced hand. You're quiet. So are you? I'm trying. At what? Making peace. Is that what this is? She exhaled. Look, I know things got tense. I know I hurt you. I let the silence sit between us. She pushed forward. But I didn't mean to. Does that change it? She frowned. What do you want from me? Nothing. That's worse. No, I said. It's clean. She stared at me. You're not going to forgive me. I'm not angry. Then why do I feel like you won? Because you expected to. She blinked. I didn't take anything from you, Jenna. I said. You took the moment. No, I took the illusion. What illusion? That you were always in control. The waiter placed our plates down. She barely looked at hers. You're punishing me, she said. I'm letting you see. See what? What's left? She studied my face, waiting for softness. I offered none, she whispered. You scare me when you're like this. I'm always like this. She looked away. I don't know what to say. Then don't. We ate in silence. She left half her fish untouched. I paid. She didn't argue at the door. She touched my arm. I do love her, the name. I met her eyes, then live up to it. And I walked into the night. Asterisk, 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 the letter sat in the drawer. Sealed but unstamped. I wrote it the week after Elysia's birth. Dear little one, you were never hers. Only your name was. But I've let it go, and I have given you something new quietly, fully mine. I never sent it. She wouldn't understand, and the baby couldn't read it. Instead, I walked to the lake each morning, same trail, same bench. I whispered the new name aloud once, just once. Into the wind. It was nothing like Elysia. It was softer, hidden, entirely unwritten. Kira called as I was leaving the park. She posted again, she said. The baby. What's today's caption? My little Elysia, my healing light. I smiled faintly. She likes a headline. She tagged you. Did she? Wrote? Named from love. Inspired by my sister's strength. I stopped walking. That's new. She's trying to rewrite the story. Let her. You okay? I'm done being the ghostwriter. Kira paused. You picked a new name. I did. Want to tell me? No. Fair. I reached the corner. She'll never know it. She doesn't deserve to. She doesn't need to. That evening, I opened the drawer, ran a finger over the envelope inside. Just a single sentence. You'll have a name that no one will echo but me. I tucked it back under a stack of journals. I didn't need to send it. I'd already lived it. And some names, like some truths, don't need witnesses to be real. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. Jenna called twice last week. I didn't answer. She left a message the second time. I miss you. It's weird not talking. Can we reset? She didn't say sorry. She never does. I deleted it. At the panel yesterday, someone asked, "What's the hardest thing about working behind the scenes?" I answered without hesitation, "Being mistaken for passive when you're actually choosing." The moderator nodded like she understood, but she did in single quotes T. Jenna wouldn't either. Kira found me in the hallway after. She was in the audience. I raised an eyebrow. Jenna? She sat back row, left before the applause. Sounds about right. She wore that red coat. She always dresses for rival, not staying. Kira handed me a program. She's listed as an alternate speaker for next month's ethics symposium. Poetic. She'll spin it. She'll try. Kira hesitated. You sure you're not going to say anything? I already did. Without her name in it. That's the part she can't stand. She'll survive. Kira smiled. You know, some people would have gone scorched earth. I'm not some people. Still, what you did, I didn't take power. I just declined to lend mine. That night, Jenna texted, "Do you hate me?" I stared at it a long time before typing. No. She replied instantly, then, "Why won't you talk to me?" I typed, "Because I'm done being what you measure yourself against." No response. For the first time, she had nothing to say. Asterisk, 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 asterisk. The morning light stretches across the kitchen tiles like it always has, soft, indifferent. I slice pear for my breakfast, plate it, sit down. There's a kind of peace that doesn't announce itself. It just arrives. Quiet. Certain. The phone buzzes, but I let it ring. At the office. Kira stops me in the hallway. Summit emailed again. They want you to keynote next year. I keep walking. I declined already. They're asking again. Said they'll double the honorarium. Not interested. She studies me. You're not even tempted? I'm not performing clarity for a crowd. I think they want presence, not performance. Same thing, different camera angles. She lowers her voice. You're allowed to be seen. I am seen, just not visible. Kira nods slowly. You've changed. I've arrived. At lunch, Daniel texts. Heard from the Times. They want an op-ed from the invisible architect. Your name on it this time. I reply. No name. No byline. You're sure? They'll feel it's me. That's enough. He sends back a period. Just that. He understands. That evening, I walk by the lake. The same bench. Same breeze. The name lives with me now, my daughter's name. Not Alicia. Something unpolished. Strong. A name that fits into silence like it belongs there. Sometimes I whisper it aloud. Not to claim it. Just to hear it breathe. At home, I pull the envelope from the drawer. Not the one I wrote to Jenna's daughter. That one's been burned. This one's addressed to mine. Future tense, and inside, a single page. One day, you'll ask how I named you. I'll tell you the truth. Not the drama, not the wow, just the moment. I was standing in the stillest place I'd ever known, and the name arrived. Unclaimed, undisputed, fully mine. That was the difference, you see. I didn't choose it in opposition, I chose it in peace. Weeks later, I sit with a friend's toddler on my lap while she finishes a call. The girl grabs my necklace, tugs gently. What's your name? She asks. I smile. Do you mean mine? Or the one I'm saving? She tilts her head. Saving for what? For someone small. Someone who might need it. She nods, serious. I hope she likes it. She will. How do you know? Because I didn't name her from pain. I named her from knowing. Jenna hasn't reached out again. Not in weeks. Sometimes I wonder if she thinks the silence is anger. It isn't. It's clarity. Spread across a long, uninterrupted distance. The kind that doesn't echo. I write the name again, my daughter's name. Fold the paper. Place it in a sealed box I keep near the window. It's not a secret. It's a seed. And when she comes, I'll say, you don't carry anyone else's story, just your own. That's how I'll give her everything. On my terms.